Okay. Welcome back to Michigan Speedway. We had a little hiccup, so this is stream number 2. We are live here, getting a warm-up out of the way, just trying to fill the field here. It's all because of this guy. The hiccup, no problem. We're back at Michigan. Colin, if you want to go ahead and find the link to the stream and send it to me, I'll put it in chat.
I got the link.
But I believe we're gonna.
Discord, right?
Yeah, just send it to my DM.
Okay.
Looking forward to how the race goes.
If you hear any like squeaking noises like this, it's my chair because it's the oldest chair known to man.
I don't think they're gonna be able to hear that.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, just send it to my DM.
Usually my chair is loud as shit. That's the problem. I just want to let people know, not think I'm like in a fucking workshop or something.
Language.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
oh
mean to
goodness.
swear.
It's okay. We haven't started the race yet. But yeah, just waiting for the field to fill up.
I'm South Jersey, and it's part of my culture.
Yeah. You know how it goes, guys. But James Bomar had the pole. Through the field if I can find the man himself. Well, as you can see from when there's very much one push the. That's pretty impressive. Over the limits. So I believe with that we're going to see a driver in this race who knows how much his car can give. And I think we're going to find somebody who at the start of this race is going to be very aggressive. When you've raced for so long, when you go to races in NR Night, when you do e-ticket events, and then you go and do a series like this, and you have 7,000 I rating, you pretty much know how to drive a stock car. You know, start here, I think, is going to be a car to watch as well.
I was about to say that Wendy. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch as guys like Trafar. They'll definitely be contenders for this one.
Here's Bomar right here. So just wait for the time to tick down. The Shooey Sportsbook 200. Now last week we had indeed the race at Daytona. This week I don't know the exact number, but I do know that there were drivers who did not make the race. So I think that's interesting that, last season when I was in here, we had, races where we had 30 cars, and you're able to you're able to not only fill up the car mount, you're not only able to get the 40, you're having to make people just go home because they cannot put any more cars on track.
To have that many entries, you want to have a lot, but seriously, if you have so many that you're sending people home. I mean, no one wants to send anybody home, but really, it reflects well on the quality of the series when that many people are in it.
Absolutely. And I think, of SAAC starting this season, truly, I do believe that. If we're in the second race this season and we're already still turning people away after qualifying because they don't. And of course, when you're in an iRacing league, everybody's going to want to race in the Crown Jewel. If your Crown Jewel is at Talladega, everybody's going to race at that. If your Crown Jewel is at Chicagoland, everybody's going to race. So Daytona, as the season starts, everybody's going to want to be in the SAAC 250. So if afterwards there are still people who aren't making the race because there's too many cars, that is here. He won last week. We're going to see if we can get him in the booth.
Try to beat, in which case.
Oh, yeah. Defending race winner right here. Let me see if I can pull this up.
You're only as good as your last race, and, he's the guy to beat. But at the same time, that's a massive target on his back. Everyone wants to usurp him and become to an incident there. But,
well, it's all right. It's practice.
Yeah.
Stop and good.
I think he's just gonna continue to bash the wall a little bit, which is.
Oops.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's get Wyatt Roberts' last weekend's winner in here. And I can't. Okay. Oh well. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, when I click on move to, it doesn't pull that up. Seconds left here in this session, so I think we can safely say that the 19 is going to have the fastest lap. Steven Madger, very competitive. Can't wait to. I personally keep an eye on whenever I do these races. I think it was Las Vegas last season. I want to say he was up front a lot, so definitely going to be a car that I watch tonight. And, well, that was perfect timing.
Yeah,
so.
That was like a flashback to the good old days before pit road speed limits. Back when, and we got killed every other week.
As we get queued here, we will see. Just waiting on everybody to get in here. There is Dahari, starting in the second position. Very good qualifying run out of Gabriel Dahari today. And as I said, another impressive run from James Bomar, who will start from the pole in the number 15 Toyota as we wait for the field to go ahead and fill up here. And like I said, we've got to wonder, are we going to see stuff happen off of 2? That's definitely going to be a corner that I'm going to be watching all day.
Turn 2, so I expect a bit of chaos.
Right. Now, Bomar there on the bottom. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, as you can see here, is going to go ahead and start third. I don't know off the top of my head who was supposed to start third, and I apologize for that, but he will go from 5th. He will start third today because whoever was going to start third was not able to make the race on. Yeah.
Oh my, that's totally not a worrying thought at all.
No, it's okay. Just me and you in the booth. Yeah, it does get nervous when you're in a series with this big of magnitude, this big of a deal for somebody like me and you to broadcast it. It's very humbling, and it does make you nervous to say the right things. But we try to keep a level of professionalism, but we also try to keep a level of fun in here. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a drill sergeant.
Bob Varsha or Mike Joy or anything. This is very much a amateur broadcast.
So as we get set here, and the green flag, Gabriel Dahari, the 15 with a push from Jurgensmeyer. Dahari still side by side as they head into the corner. Bomar is going to get there a little bit, about half a car length off of Dahari before he does have to lift mid-corner. Coming off the corner all the way to the bottom for Bomar, ran out of momentum. You see Jurgensmeyer is going to drop to the bottom here and give the race lead early on there as I go to the back like a goober. Give the race lead early on to Gabriel Dahari. Very good first lap for the 72 machine.
On the back straight away.
And that is the level of competition. That's the level of competition you've got to experience to keep going. Absolutely. And you see Bomar now trying to make up that time that he lost on that race start. And it looks like his car is just a little tight off the corner. I saw he tried to make a pass on Trafari right there, and he just was not able to. It just didn't, have the momentum out of the corner that I think he wore the arrow, he will go ahead and
Moreno all over the back off the 72 or
just waiting at this point. I don't know if he is good to go to save fuel at this point. We do. My thing isn't set up right. What a great time to realize that.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I was about to say, like, it's timed.
Yeah, my bad. My bad, everybody.
Feels like a champ car race in 2007.
So, but Gabriel Dahari still leading here, and I see a lot of people are starting to migrate toward the top. I noticed that with the 92 through that corner. Noticed that with the 52 through that corner as well. But we are still single file as we ride here, looking at the number 52. That is mistaken. I might be mistaken because it's been such a long time. I think Duran won the SAAC special event at Daytona in the prototypes. I might be mistaken, but I think that was him. I don't remember. But as they come down the backstretch here yet again, I mean, this is an amazing front of the field. We have Connor Trafari running fourth, and I think we will see something out of Connor at the end of the race. I think we'll see something out of Bomar at the end of the race as well. And right now, we're everybody in the field just riding single file. Well, not everybody in the field, but for the most part, people at the front are. That could be to save fuel, or that could be just knowing that we don't need a super high aggression level at the start of this race. Just 6 laps in here. This is no time to be making super aggressive maneuvers.
What they got to be doing is saving equipment.
Absolutely.
It's early. It's 100 laps, but it's still, early. Oh my.
It comes out on lap 6.
Not entirely sure as to why.
And let's see if we can figure out why. Who was this? Was this the 26? I don't know who this was for. Well, let me see when exactly the caution flag came out.
Doing the old trick,
Chris Lilly says that it was his fault. So let's go in the corner here. I don't know if it'll be this corner or the next, but we'll just have to see here. Running very good so far. Oh, and just misjudging the how wide the car was. That's all that was, and just trying to side draft there off the 18, and yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. I don't think that was malicious. But that was
not at all, and also
definitely a whoopsie moment.
And that was an innocent incident, and as far as I'm aware, we'll watch what happens to Gazzola here. Afterward, I don't think he had any damage.
No. I think Cazzola should be all right.
Yeah, so Cazzola will stay out
He's staying out.
We have a few guys pitting. So the race leader here. So yeah, pretty much the front is going to stay the same. Gabriel Dahari still leading the race. Fonseca Moreno in the second position, Doran third, and then Trafari fourth. So I gotta applaud Robinson there. I don't know. I don't remember if he made the up under green flag or if that was pitting, but we will see here. I'm trying to. But a good start. Very, very competitive start. And hey, I gotta say, aside from a crash, I wouldn't even call that a crash. I'd consider that more of a spin. Very, very mature driving out of the series. If you were in a rookie class race, you're gonna see just so many mistakes. You can hardly get
5 flips by now.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've run.
I wouldn't even call that a spin. I would call that just a near gyration.
Yeah. You know, there was no damage to the car, and it was just an honest mistake. And you know what?
Yeah.
We'll go back racing, and everybody's still in it. So that I think that speaks a lot to the level of maturity of this field. We don't go into turn one. You know, we're able to run 6 laps with that. I can live with that.
That's really good.
As we
that
go
first lap got a little hairy. but they're doing it competently, and I applaud them for it. Really,
Oh, absolutely.
it's amazing.
And I think that's why people come to this league. I mean, you see this, obviously you want to be in a big league, and that's what SAAC has really become. But like I can't compete in that. I'm not that fast. I'm not borderline cup driver. But I'm also not a rookie class driver who can barely keep the car underneath him. I'm at that certain skill set where I can do this professionally, but I'm not a god when it comes to iRacing. And I think that's what SAAC rewards. These are the guys that they are very talented. I think a lot of these guys could be in Cup, but they're not sitting there every single waking moment of their life looking at different setups they can drive, and they are showing that they can drive. And that's why people come to SAAC, because you're going to have a mature field, but you're also going to have a competitive field who are outrageously, over two.
That was amazing.
That was a very good,
Fantastic.
very, very good job out of the 72. He will clear Moreno into the first corner here at Michigan. As you see the field behind them, 4 wide back there. Might have been 5 wide. But you see off of turn number 2, Dahari still leading this field. From second to first, he has not looked back since lap 1. Excuse me. Dahari on lap 1. He wants to make up for it. Here comes the 15 of James Bomar.
The 9 of Trafari got right up to the back of Duran's gonna.
I hear he's
going up top.
This might work out, because imagine he'll have very good momentum off the corner, so he might be able to get by Duran. Very, very good pass off of 2. As we look at the leaders, 3 abreast. Are we going to see them go 3 wide? Or nope, because Moreno wasn't able to get there. But Connor Trafari is. And,
Whoa, car around.
Amir Bascombe goes for a ride. Oliver Reeves goes for a spin. And good save. I'm sorry, Ollie, that I called you Amir. I apologize, buddy. Don't kill me for that one. But good save from Ollie Reeves. And there you go. Like I said earlier, that could have been a massive incident. That could have taken out half the field. But you know what? It didn't. And Reeves was able to keep it. Yeah. You shouldn't have to worry, because look at how clean of a save this is. We come off the corner here. Let's see what happened to Reeves. Oh, just didn't have space there. Got into dirt racing experience, Ollie.
Fantastic.
Very good save.
Absolutely fantastic save.
Ollie in his iRacing ventures, he's a big fan of or what, but let's go on board.
I'm sure he played a role.
Oh, I'm sure. Let's go on board with Ollie Reeves here as we work our way off of 4. I think he just like the incident earlier, not malicious, not intentional, just an honest mistake. Very disorienting. That professionalism shines through that incident. He's able to keep the car underneath him, gets back up to speed, and everybody is still on the racetrack.
You can only see so much in those cars.
Absolutely. So that will bring out yellow 100 lap event.
So far, let's start getting into a groove where, like, okay, we can kind of shake off the jitters. We can kind of get into a bit of a green flag run. There's an incident and there's a yellow. Hopefully this is the last of that for a little while. We can have a little bit of a green flag run and see what these guys.
And we don't see those incidents. We don't see those mistakes like Reeves made whenever we're just starting. That is the point of the race where you absolutely don't want that mistake. The only places we see those mistakes are when everything's calmed down. Yeah, like I say, we've got to applaud the field here. Whenever we start, when we're running 4 wide, when we're running even 5, these guys are not driving like rookies at all. They are very smart. They're very aware of their point. Whenever I think these guys start to get comfortable, that's when we start to see a few minor hiccups. And I think we will have a decent green flag. The super aggressive racing that we've seen so far will sort of subside. I think I just heard from the race director that we are choosing this time. So, Gabriel Dahari, Colin, where do you restart, bottom or top?
That's an interesting question, because like immediately says bottom, but Maybe you want to go up top. There was a bit of people trying up there after the first yellow. Maybe you want to try it there. You never know, but it looks like he's going to go to the bottom.
Yep.
I think might be the move.
Well, and I've seen a lot of momentum start to build at the top. Whenever I've run in a next gen, but the last one I ran at Arca, I saw the groove come up to about where that 00 there of Jurgensmeyer up. If you see a little bit back there, toward the top, he had the racetrack. That's where you're able to conserve the most momentum down the. I don't know. I've seen these drivers been able to arc the corners very well. And we saw last restart, even if the high side came in, Gabriel Dahari had a very good restart the last time we had one.
Yeah. Like a bullet.
So if he can pull that off again, absolutely go to the bottom. I don't blame Dahari. I think that was a very good choice out of the 72, and let's see if it pays off. Dahari starting first, second Moreno, third Bomar, fourth Trafari. If you wanted a more talented top four, you'd have to get, Larson, Palou, Verstappen, stuff like that. This is the best of the best starting at the front of this field. So we'll form up here, getting ready to go back green flag racing. Back to green once again. Great start from Dahari. We might have a.
He had help from Bomar there, but
he
that was
did.
A fantastic start.
Absolutely, and as Bomar comes into one,
Bomar can't go down.
I think he might have tapped the side of the 92, but
yeah, he might have.
No problem there. He'll come off the corner fine. The 15 clears Moreno for the second position as these stock cars thunder into turn 3. James Bomar going for the lead that he lost on lap 1.
Wow. That felt like a move that you would watch in a Hanford device era kart race. That was like
absolutely
right out.
This is some good stuff right here. Bomar still side by side with the 72. Gonna side draft down the front stretch as they head into turn 1. James Bomar side by side with the 72, just can't quite clear him as they work their way off of 2. He might actually fall back because Moreno had such a good exit. And I think I said before this restart we might see the groove move up top. But then again, here comes Moreno. He's going to try his hand at the lead.
Once again, that was reminiscent of a Hanford device.
And as much as the draft has been emphasized, exactly, at tracks like this, at tracks like Las Vegas, at tracks like Kansas, we've seen the draft start to come in big time, and that reflects on iRacing, obviously. So advice. Style of racing, and I'm a fan of it. As we are looking to go 3 wide for the race lead.
That was perfect.
Working down the bottom up to the top.
He's going to lose it.
He's going to lose it, but I don't know if he'll be able to get that momentum because Trafari behind him.
Oh, Trafari.
Actually going to push Moreno into 1. Moreno kind of washed off the track. Gabriel Dahari today.
Dahari absolutely in these early stages has the best car lead, but Dahari's the best out of all of them as we have another yellow.
Yellow flag back out. This map's.
We'll see.
Oh.
Oh, well, there it is.
A.J. Hyder. He was running 16th, very respectable 16th. Such a competitive field. Yeah, I think he underestimated how clear low he was. At the same time, the 57. Yeah, so we can really pin the blame. Let's go on board 57 of Ellis Wells here.
This could probably give us a pretty good
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, at least.
On board Hyder right here. Yeah, because Hyder did move down just a tad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the part.
One of those age-old cases of not enough real estate.
Absolutely. Pitting here at Michigan. Let's see if we can catch the leaders.
This is going to make everything interesting, as it always does on an oval.
And they, sorry, brain fart. James Bomar, very quick stop for the 15. He will exit ahead of Gabriel Dahari.
Comfortably.
Absolutely.
Comfortably.
James back ahead of the guys he was racing. I don't think he will restart first because we have this few right afterward just to clear themselves from the rest of the aggressive field. Or actually, I did see a lot of people pit earlier. These guys might just be good. Starting at the fat right there is another good name. So we're going to have to a good restart. I don't know if he pit earlier. I think he might have by, just pitting later, going toward the back. Sometimes in these races, if you're running way too aggressive, if you're worried that you're going to get in a wreck, what you do when everybody pits, you let them cycle out, you're at the back. So I've seen a lot of people do that I don't think I've ever seen it in SAAC, but I've seen in iRacing events where people have wanted to restart at the back of the field because they feel the aggression level is just through the roof. Alongside Shockey Tarpley, this will be a very good restart. And there is Amir Bascombe. That is the person who I thought was Ollie Reeves earlier. Sorry, Amir. I get y'all confused a lot. I don't know why. Happens with
I'm surprised I haven't had a problem with it yet because I hardly know any of these guys.
Well, this is where you start to build that reputation, before, because they are just so talented that when you're in the not even iRace community, when you're in the racing community, it's that as we get
people in this that I already know right off the bat just through friends and who I've been friends with throughout the past couple of years, but yeah, I mean, a lot of it is a pretty steep learning curve for me, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Back to green flag racing. Jason Radcock going to work the bottom, and they are absolutely just stuck side by side. We did not see.
Oh wow! Look at this, 71. Was it? No, it's 72. I'm sorry.
72 of Gabriel Dahari working the very bottom.
Fantastic restart.
Absolutely. He got a little loose there off of 2, but he might be able to make that up as we watch the 72 here. Shockey Tarpley was able to take the race lead as Jason Radcock trying to take it back as they cross the stripe right now. We'll click off another lap. It's the 71 working the top, as is everyone, as they head into the first corner. The 57 of Ellis Wells. No, the 71 will clear him. Oh, we have a spinner further back.
Big incident in the back.
Not too bad there. We didn't see a pile up, but might be minor damage here. That's the 81 of Nicholas Baumann. As we'll take a look here. Let's see what happened off this corner. Oh, yeah. 4 might have gotten hooked. Might have gotten hooked off the front of somebody. 4. Let's go on board. And let's just see what happened. He might have gotten hooked, Colin. I don't know.
It looks like it. I mean, I don't. From the onboard, it looked like it, but I can't say for sure.
Oh yeah, just that.
Yeah, that's just a hole that just filled up.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the 81 of Baumann believed that he was going to cause that coming off the corner. I just think that car was just tied off, got into the 50, wasn't expecting that, and another innocent spin.
I don't even think Baumann saw him.
No. No, absolutely not. And I'm not going to blame either of them for that because that was just a racing incident. Car gets tight. It happens to all of us. You'll be working off the corner. Car will tighten up, and there's nothing you can do. You can, in a loose race car, you can kind of spin it away to keep it away from the cars, right? If I'm coming off the corner and I'm loose, I can spin it toward the apron so I don't hit people. If I'm coming off the corner and I'm tight, there's nothing really I can do but just slamming on the brakes, which even then that might not help, to get my car to turn. That's always why you want a more loose race car than a tight race car. And when you're behind another car and you get that aero push, it will suck that car right up to the top of the racetrack. and you know that's done and dusted. Your car is too tight. You're not going to be able to make the corner, and you have an incident like that. So fourth caution of the day, lap 25. Nothing too rough so far today, I've got to say. Haven't had, you know, any flips or league enders like I've seen in my time.
Yeah, there's been a couple.
Just a couple. Don't know if we're choosing this time or what, but you know, if I'm gonna
Just a quarter difference.
if I'm gonna be in a race and I know there's gonna be an incident, then take out half the field. You know.
Oh, for sure.
So as we get ready to choose here, I think we're choosing. Looks like Shocky Tarpley is going to pick the top. Restarted last time around. So but it lead. We'll just have to see when they restart here because we've been so used great his restarts have been that I was sort of expecting Jason Radcock that last restart to just take off like he did, and we didn't really see that. It wasn't a horrible restart from the 71. I mean, he was able to maintain pace, which is, you know, that's a good restart. But I don't know. We'll have to see. So as we get ready here, Radcock, Tarpley, Bascombe, Wells. That will be your top four as we come to the restart here. Going back green for the fourth time today. Heading into the restart zone. Huge bump from the 21 for Radcock. We'll get back going, but Tarpley, his teammate Ellis Wells, just helping him big time. I think they might be able to get the lead on that high side.
Oh, yeah, Tarpley, massive push from the 25. Or 57. I did it again.
It's okay.
Already in the middle is the 72, Dahari.
He's been running up front. He's had I almost want to say a quiet day because he's been up front, but he hasn't been overly aggressive for the lead. And we saw the 72 of Dahari be wise about how he's run this race, and he's maintained that up front position. So as we work our way into turn number one, we have another yellow here.
Again.
Up, spin out of the 18 of Gabe. So we're, oh, yeah, interesting. Cody Rivera is working the bottom, just into the 76. 76 goes back down. Oh, my goodness. That's rough.
You really got to feel for Gabe Cazzola. That's the second incident he's been in, and none of them have been his fault.
No, not at all.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, just if we can go back to the 18. I think, actually.
I'm saying that as well because I really...
And that was so close to him just not getting involved in that, you know? Yeah, he did on board.
He should be alright.
I don't know, because right here,
well, yeah.
And if we take a look at the back end of his car when he comes around, I think at the toe link, but it certainly looks like he might have some damage.
Looks like he tried to save it here and he just lost it.
Just couldn't get it turned the way he wanted it to. He did a very good job of minimizing the impact to the left side. So he might actually not have any damage there. See if I can get a better camera view here for this incident. So yeah, just working there. Cody Rivera is alongside the 76 of Justin Rott. Gonna come up here, bam. As many as you would think. You know, hold on, let's go frame by frame here. When you take a look at this picture, right there.
You would think Cazzola would be fine, but
well, the 48, the 37, the 42, I'm thinking they're all going to get involved in it, and amazingly...
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like everyone's going to wreck, but...
But very good job from the field. They did not, you know...
Come down pit road.
Just a few guys.
What a shame for Gabe Cazzola. Running a paint scheme. But, yeah, takes him out. contention. I don't know. I think he's still running, but
We'll have to
out
look.
of contention.
Yeah, oh. You hate to see it. You hate to see it
No,
with...
you really hate to see it. It's a shame.
But yeah, I mean, you get in an incident like that. It really messes with your head because you start thinking, man. I mean, I position. I've been in a race where I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I've been in a race. I think I didn't avoid a single wreck. I didn't cause any, but I don't think I avoided a single one. And you just start getting frustrated. You're like, well, damn. You know, this is ridiculous after a point. So, Shockey Tarpley looks off. I believe we will be restarting single file.
Absolutely classic, age-old saying right here. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Absolutely.
That's all you can really say.
And in that case, poor Gabe was the bug.
Yeah. That's putting it.
So unfortunate
we'll
and
reset him, get him back going here. You said Shockey Tarpley leading the race.
And there's
second.
Moreno.
This restart for sure.
100 single file. It's going to be interesting to see how. Obviously, we're going to see some people use the top because that's where it's been. But you're obviously going to have people who are going to go to the bottom to try to make a pass. So, Colin, it almost seems like we're just basically restarting double file, but into turn one instead of at the start-finish line. Let's see here. Bit of a checkup there for Moreno. No big deal though.
Days when they used to just restart single file.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the first to pull down low, and it's gonna be Moreno. No, he's gonna.
No, he doesn't. Wow, I really would have thought we're way off of turn 2. Can we maintain this single file running? As we see, here we go. Here's the pass trying to be made.
Yep.
Moreno, but I don't think he. But there we go. Moreno to the lead. Ethan Fonseca Moreno out front in the number 92 NASCAR Prime machine. Very good pass on Shockey Tarpley. We'll see if Tarpley just isn't able to get there. Might have had some push off through the corner, so he had to. Will take the lead as we approach the halfway point.
I feel like it was ever going to come with all those yellows we had early on, but now them here.
Right. They start to see the field form up. Double file, like I said. We'll take a look there at James salvage from that low line. You see the Nintendo Wii machine there. The Wii, I don't think it's Nintendo Wii. Oh, yeah, it is. Amazing pass your sponsor was, but very good job, Stephen Maggio. He will slide into P4 ahead of Rajcock, ahead of Trafari, and ahead of Bomar. So he is working his way up the field. Maggio.
The wall off of 4 there, like momentarily.
Yeah.
Should be fine, though.
Yeah. Look at how, look at how close we are running here. I would have expected, take a look at Jonathan Jurgensmeyer there in the 0-0. I think he was trying to make a big move there, but he didn't have really any space to do it. But he's still working that high side as we are 3 wide with little space on the bottom of the racetrack. There is the 26 of Rivers Jones with a push from the 38. There is just actually 8-hour stream, but as we work our way through turn number 1 and 2, off of turn number 2 for Ethan Fonseca Moreno, who continues to lead this race after an amazing pass. Here comes Stephen Maggio down to the bottom of Shockey Tarpley.
Maggio's been the driver to watch on
this
restart.
Yeah, this has been an amazing run.
Nowhere, and now he's fighting for the lead with Moreno.
And take a look behind the 25 of Tarpley, who I would say is part of the cream. We say cream rises to the top.
Again.
Yeah. These 3 right here.
Did you see Bomar?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Amazing driving here from these 3. Bomar, Trafari, and Dahari working their way back up to the top. We've said before the cream rises to the top, and I'm getting around Moreno and Maggio because these guys, I think, are up there with those 3. We'll have to see as we work our way on Moreno.
gonna get right up to him.
Into one. Bomar closes up on the 51.
Oh, man.
That tightened his car up bad as we see the
Yeah.
51 has a huge run on the 92. Can he take advantage of it?
Back up here again. Dahari.
Gabriel Dahari.
He's really got something up his sleeve tonight. It's been amazing to watch. Jurgensmeyer gets
Yeah, where did Jurgensmeyer come from? We talked about that 3. Good job, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. You
he was
flew under the radar.
Like 15th a couple laps ago, but yeah.
I guess that's why Anthony likes him so much, Colin, because he is such an amazing driver.
I'm quite liking him right. Throw my support behind, so good on you, Jonathan. Keep digging.
Speaking of digging, James Bomar
Maggio.
Yep. Trying to work that bottom. We haven't seen a lot of drivers have success on the bottom for too long as we see that push.
Into the top 10. 26 of Jones.
Rivers Jones, very good drive.
Wasn't he around earlier on in the day?
I think Rivers Jones was toward that last incident, and he has...
Early.
No, he didn't spin. That was...
He did?
No. I think Rivers actually started a little toward the midfield, but yeah, he has worked his way up here.
Yeah.
Take a look at him.
I'm just misremembering, but yeah, he's done a really good job.
I share the last name. I gotta love him.
I think it was that first yellow because he was kind of up on the top of the track, and he was kind of out of shape looking. So I thought, oh, that's probably what happened, but
yeah, that might have been that.
I guess it's where I'm. Yeah, but really, he's done a great job getting up here.
Gabriel Dahari working the bottom. It looks like he is all alone. Nobody jumping out to help him. He's going to try to side draft there, but I don't know. And yeah, it's just that low line just is not working today at all.
Wow. High line's where you want to be.
I mean, you can make a pass on the low line if you have a good run on the restart and whatnot, but just running the low line doesn't seem to be working too great. But then again, I thought Dahari would fall back pretty far, and he hasn't. You still see him there in shot. Just behind, absolutely, just behind Rivers Jones back there. His way off the corner. Bit of a push to the back of Jurgensmeyer from James Bomar. The 15 machine has been watched. Bomar, but I think we can probably add Jurgensmeyer, Marino, and Maggio into that. We can have the
Jurgensmeyer and Bomar.
Absolutely, they have not looked back since they got to the front. In fact, Jurgensmeyer was able to pass our original 3, so I think so far our best guy today, Colin, I think I'm going to have to call it, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer has been so fast.
I would contend that it would be Gabriel Dahari, but then...
And if I were to put money on anybody, I think I'd put it on the 00.
Yeah. Always bet on the 00. Always.
Always. Off of turn number 2 this time. Oh, a bit of an incident there.
Oh.
Trafari catches it, though.
They hold on to it. They held on to it.
Just got a bit of a hook off the front of Rivers as we continue working on. We do have a yellow.
They go yellow. So I would assume it happened behind him.
It did, and there is...
It did indeed, and it's a 31.
I don't know if... I don't think he was involved in it. Show us right here. Okay, I didn't go far back enough. Here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to push the 68 there. Yeah, just broke loose. Had a few guys. Reeves spins. The second incident today for the 27 of Ellis Wells involved. Oh, good today.
Wells is destroyed.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said,
worse.
must have picked like a one-leaf clover or something today. Huge damage there to the 91.
They didn't pick a one-leaf clover. They picked a stem.
Absolutely. Cody Webster with damage there as well. Huge damage to that front of that 91. Let's ride on board with the 91. Get a bit of a point of view here of this incident. You see him lift on the brakes. Just couldn't get it turned in.
Oh, yeah.
and get a better.
I was gonna make a Wendy's related pun, but I didn't.
Go ahead.
All right, that's like spilling your Frosty.
Truly, two things you never want: spilling your Frosty and
No.
getting caught in a wreck at Michigan.
Yeah.
And you see Reeves, I think, as far as I'm aware, he was able to save it. So I think Reeves actually got the least bit of that. Let's go on board here with Ellis Wells, who had huge damage to his right front. And yeah, he was pinched up against the wall. Oh, that's not where it ends. Golly. The person who had the worst of that entire wreck had to be Ellis Wells.
Oh, for sure.
Trying to get a good camera angle here. Yeah, you take a look at the 57 there already.
The 57.
Let me see if it actually transpired. I don't know if... Oh, okay. So it looks like Reeves got into... It looks like to me Reeves got into the left rear quarter panel of Ellis Wells. Take a look right here. Because I see... Yeah, Ellis Wells is already pinned up, hits him. And he lost the car pretty much. Got back into the 57. The 57 has lost all car control right here. Gets into the 24, and now, he's just along for the ride. Whatever happens at this point is out of his control. Yeah. You see him just up into the wall. Bam, gets a hit from the 91, and unfortunate for Cody Webster, nowhere to go for the 91 machine.
Do you mind if real quick I go to the bathroom?
That's fine. That's fine. All right. Hate to see it for the 57. Will have extensive repairs, I'm sure, to the front of that machine as we get ready here to restart from Michigan. And we'll add another lap to the caution here. We hate it for everybody involved in that wreck. Days right there, or at least end of their contention for today. So when we restart here, we will see. Actually, we might be going green this lap. Let me take a look. Oh, so we are going green this lap. Steven Maggio on the bottom. Amir Bascombe on the top. Bomar, Jurgensmeyer, Rajkok, and Dahari, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dahari starting 6th as we go back to green flag racing here from Michigan. What an amazing launch from Amir Bascombe as we work our way. Absolutely cleared the field there. That might be the Amir, that might be the best restart I have seen today. Good job from the 21 right there. They're a bit stacked up behind him. Hopefully no incidents there as they work their way into turn 3. Oh, we do have a yellow. So incident.
Came back just in time for a yellow.
Just in time for a yellow, yeah. Oh, the 12 just lost it. That's a rough one. That is a rough one. Goodness, huge damage to the 7. And just as soon as we were able to restart double file, the curse strikes us again. Looks like might have been the 12 here. Working. Oh, no, I don't know, because the 12 kind of got hooked by the 07. An absolute pile up. And that will be Christopher Robinson. Take a look here again. Let's put this in slow motion. Okay, not that slow. It looks like the 12 just goes low. Might have slid across 7.
He tried to gather it up.
And no help there from Reeves. And
wild ride.
Absolutely. Just got collected. You hate it for the 07 as well.
Oh, look at the 93. Got through that with
yeah, Nick Donati. What an amazing way to avoid a wreck. Let's go on board, Nick Donati.
As all hell breaks loose next to him, somehow just slips on by.
Wow. That absolutely. Take a look here again. This might be the first contender today for Bed Bath & Beyond worst move of the race there, as the 12 just unfortunate end. Malachi Drake Dane Cruz, you know, we're taking a look here at the back. In an Acura, Dane Cruz, you know, what more do you want the man to do? I mean, he's driving exactly like he should be, and he just gets collected. And that's the unfortunate part of these incidents, you know. You should, you know, you hope you don't get involved. You hope you don't get damaged. And then what happens? You get involved. We will restart single file. But yeah, pace car lights still on the pace car today.
Yeah.
Choosing now, I guess we are not going to restart single file. Oh yeah, that's right, because there's an attempt thing. Never mind. I think the rule is they'll attempt, I don't know the exact verbiage, but if they can't get a green flag run in after X amount of, again.
It's almost like the, you know, one guy's bad in the school and, like, they leave everybody indoors.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I know.
So just past the halfway mark here at Michigan International Speedway.
I was about to say, I was usually that guy.
that was causing the issues?
Yeah, yep. I
Dude.
mean, I've always kind of been a bit of...
You know.
Yep.
What am I trying? Yeah. You remember, like, whenever the teacher would be like, oh, we're going to hold a pizza party, and then, like, 2 kids were either failing their test or acting out. They're like, I'm canceling the pizza party. Yeah, that would just... All right, enough about pizza.
I would always have the absolute genius to do it during the incident. There was one time we had a ball and smash the fucking, smash the cake in my face.
All right, well,
Once again, part of South Jersey culture.
Enough about cupcakes and pizza. We get ready to go. Green flag racing here. Saw an amazing restart from Bascombe last time. And a pretty good one this time. Actually, yeah, an amazing one this time. He's able to clear Juergensmeyer as they head into turn number 1. Stephen Maggio on the bottom of Jonathan Juergensmeyer, who Jonathan restarted second. And it looks like by the backstretch, he will run in the third time as they work their way down the backstretch. Oh, huge run for the 51.
Whoa! I guess he found out that I missed the last restart, wanted to do it again for me.
Right. The 51. Amazing drive from Stephen Maggio. Brings it to the 8 there. When you have such a great run and nobody wants to help you. Yeah, trying here into turn 1 and 2 again. Contact between the leaders as they work their way off a 2. Amir Bascombe will hang on to the race lead.
I don't want to make a habit of dashing into people. Especially not here.
As they work their way off of turn number 4. There he goes. Oh, contact with the wall.
Car in the wall. I think it was the 15.
I think it was. Yeah, I think that was James Bomar.
Yeah.
Jonathan Juergensmeyer, huge draft off of the 21. Is he going to try to pass up high? I don't know if he has the speed through the corner. I know he'll have the speed out of the...
Nope.
Stephen Maggio hanging on for dear life where he's running right now.
His tires might be falling off a little bit, though.
Yeah, running that bottom will do that. Absolutely. And this is that part of the race where there's go. And that switch gets further pushed about that switch gets further pushed with about 20 or so laps to go. You're going to start to really see some aggressive driving as Maggio trying to send it to the bottom again. Three wide for the second position as they work their way off of 2.
They held it.
They did indeed. Bomar, I think he was glancing at the opportunity to make it 4 wide. I think he just thought better of it. Amazing.
And here we were writing him off, saying, oh, well, his tires are falling off. There's no way he's going to try it again, but here he goes.
Yep, Stephen Maggio trying to work that bottom still. And I think Amir out front, he's starting to stack up the field a little bit. Take a look at Shockey Tarpley. Working the second position. I think Shockey's going to have an amazing run off this corner. He arced that corner so well. He might,
very good.
Yep, he might actually pull up to the back.
To the back to Bascombe.
Here they come. Look at Maggio on the
down there.
He does. And he's able to hang on. There isn't a glimpse of like getting a little loose or anything. It looks like it's on rails going to the bottom of the racetrack.
I don't know how anybody's like. Oh, he's. Well, maybe not. Here comes the 72.
Gabriel Dahari working the bottom. Where did he come from?
First time I've ever watched a SAAC race, and what a race to start watching it.
Absolutely.
Dahari has been just unbelievable.
Look at this. They were 4 wide off of, into turn number 3 and a 1. Absolutely. Heading off of 2 now. Amir Bascombe, hats off to you, man. You've done a great job to his skill as well. As we go 4 wide, a little bit of contact there between Bomar and Rashcock. The 72 of Dahari, I did not think that hole could be filled, but he filled it.
Oh.
I better not see that clip of my voice on Instagram because that sounded like an innuendo. But anyway, as we go, working our way bottom here, Dahari and Steven Maggio there. He got a little loose there, and you know, he's maintained that 3rd position. I thought at the bottom. Yeah. Well, he was at the bottom. And James Bomar to the bottom. Holy moly.
And Dahari.
Yeah.
Fantastic car under him. Jurgensmeyer as well. They all have really good cars under them tonight.
But that move really didn't pay off for Bomar. He fell right back after that. But yeah, look at that. Dahari was that 2 or 3 through the corner. What a run. What a drive.
Phenomenal to watch. Absolutely phenomenal.
Working our way off of 4. Is Maggio going to get the side draft? Oh, he had to check up there. I think Amir, as Tarpley closes in on them.
Yeah, Amir Bascombe starting to lose.
Yeah.
Kind of off.
Was having to lift more. Might see a bit of tire wear. Or that.
And for that, too, yeah.
Steven Maggio into 2nd. Yeah. So at this point, oh goodness, huge wall hit. There might be damage to that 21. Yeah. I don't know. That was so rough. I hope not.
I would truly hope not.
Amir's a very good friend of mine. I hope there's no damage to the side of his car, but yeah, that was rough.
He's been a hell of a driver to watch.
Absolutely. Controlled the field. Goes from controlling the field to hitting.
Second only to Dahari.
Absolutely.
Like how just stellar he's been all night.
I'd put the guy right here who's been quiet all night until it matters, and that is Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, who's still, by the way, in 6th. Hasn't a few guys off the wall. Yeah, I think
that wasn't just one.
I think the tires, yeah, they're starting to disintegrate here. But not for Steven Maggio, who is pushing Gabriel Dahari.
Yeah, Maggio's doing so well in that car tonight.
Absolutely.
I really don't want to sound biased, but really, it's hard not to compliment some of these guys and how good they are tonight.
When you see these amazing moves, when you see them run up front, you are looking at pure talent, and that's all that this is. Maggio trying to work that bottom side by side there, trying to side draft off of Dahari. This is going to be close. Look at that across the line. Gets pushed onto the apron. Are we going to see Bascombe go for it?
After this race, I want you to watch the final couple laps of the 2000 Marlboro 500 at Michigan. The battle between Juan Montoya and Michael Andretti, very similar to this.
Absolutely. We see a push from...
when they were on the front stretch.
We see a push from Bascombe to the back of... Oh, we have a yellow. Oh, we will have a yellow, and I cannot select the car for the life of me. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I think Steven Maggio had just gotten that race lead when that caution came out. It's Chris Lilly. Chris Lilly looks to be the one who... I don't know. He kind of... that might have been I don't know. I can't really. He disappears off my screen. Do I have the? Maybe I have the settings wrong because it is just. Yeah, I have draw all cars. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell what happened there for Chris Lilly, but I don't think anybody else was caught in that.
Direction that he shouldn't be pointing. There's your answer.
So yes, indeed, Steven Maggio will.
Interesting. These are the most maneuverable cars of the race so far.
Yeah.
Front.
I like how there's so many Chevys out front. Happy, I know you.
Definitely, well, yeah, more of a Ford, Toyota, and
Just not Chevy.
It's all
Anything but Chevy
yeah.
for you.
Basically, yeah. There's two manufacturers.
Should be the other.
I don't mind.
The pit. And
Oh.
are we going to see left sides go on? That we are. Left sides onto the 51, and Steven Maggio is away. Very good pit stop from the 51. Very good pit exit here. He will exit ahead of Bascombe, but I wonder if anybody who we saw at the front that was behind him decided to take two chires and chance it. And yes, Connor Dahari is going to take advantage of that second pit stall, and he will exit as the race leader.
I caught myself on the second one because I didn't want to make anybody angry, but the other manufacturer I won't root for is McLaren.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Remember when the P1 came out?
I really can't.
Can't stand him. It's okay. I don't like Pato Award. Just because Pato Award drives.
Fine.
That's the worst part of that team.
Too much of an issue. Like, I can live with him. I don't like Siegel. I think he's a waste of a seat. Lundgaard's, I guess, fine. He hasn't really, like, done anything to really piss me off.
Well, you and I have talked a lot about Gabriel Dahari today, and look where he is. He was not leading when the caution came out, and now he is leading with an amazing pit stop. Also helped by the fact that Gabriel Dahari has the second pit stall, so he can exit. Steven Maggio.
No, I'm going for it.
Choosing now.
And they're choosing different lanes too. This is gonna get really good, Ryan.
Absolutely. Or watching cinema in the making as Connor Dahari. Excuse me, God dang it, Gabriel Dahari. I don't know why I called you Connor. And Steven Maggio get ready here to go at it. Steven, I just looked at the YouTube chat. I don't have it pulled up on my computer. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you Luke Peters. I only have one monitor. OBS won't let me stream just iRacing, so I apologize, Steven, for that one. As we get ready here to restart, 31 laps to go. Is it crunch time, Colin?
I wouldn't say crunch time yet, but it's going to come soon. I would say when there's about 19 laps to go, that's when you start wanting to put the throttle down.
Well, here we go, forming up. Green flag is Gabriel Dahari already by the start-finish line cleared. Yeah, Shockey, if he can get some good until the 72 decided Tarpley could have cleared Maggio, and we have another yellow, I believe. Oh, we have a spin. That's the 17 of Declan George goes for a ride. Looks like he might have gotten hooked off the front of the 38. Yeah, just got loose off of that Declan here probably could have saved it had the 38 not been there. I think he could have lifted out of the throttle, kept it pinned to the right. I think he would have saved that. But, yeah, let's go on board Declan George here.
Captain Morgan team.
I always love alcohol sponsors, so unfortunate to see. Just not too bad of a spin. Is he able to keep it off the wall? Yes, he is. So Declan did every.
Listening, but someone out there, please run a Schaefer beer car. I will be a fan of you to the day I die if you do.
Declan, I think, in this incident, did everything that he was supposed to do. You know, he got loose, unfortunately got hooked right there, but he kept it off the wall. He didn't spin it up back into traffic, and I think that's what matters. And because of that, he is going to finish this race, really hopefully. Because of this, he will continue to race because I don't think he has any damage. So, who is this up here with damage? Hold on. AJ Hyder. He might have a lick of something. I don't know. Was he getting the wave around? Okay, he was getting the wave around. I think they told him just to hang on for a second. So anyway, all that aside, Gabriel, amazing run out of the 72 today. And very, very good restart from Shockey Tarpley. He will restart second now because of that. 29 laps to go. Who's your money on?
I was worried you'd ask that. Yeah, I would say it would still be Dahari.
Yeah.
I really
don't
get to see anything.
Give me your 5 picks who you think can win this race.
Dahari and Maggio. And you know what? He's been quiet, but he's been sneaky fast all night. Give me Duran.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Dahari. I just don't know. I don't see Shockey Tarpley being able to pass Dahari under green. 50-50 for me. If Shockey can get ahead of the 72, I think he can win this race. And he will choose the bottom line. Interesting. I also going to put Steven Maggio up there. I'm going to put Jason Rajcock up there too. We know he's had a quiet day as well, but he has been at the forefront. I think that's 4. So to complete my list, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. I think he's been waiting to show something that he has up his sleeve here, sandbagging, if you will, and I think he's going to pull something off at the end of this race. But we could all be wrong. It could be Moreno coming back and winning it. So we'll have to see. All right. Forming up here. 2 by 2. I think under the rule set, if we have another caution, Colin, start single file. So hopefully we can stay green. These guys have been very good on these restarts. We haven't seen somebody, go down low, not have grip, come back up and collect the field, and that's something I worry about often. Hopefully, because this racing has been so great. You'll love to see it. Coming back toward the green. There it is. Oh, Shockey Tarpley, not as good of a restart. Either that or Gabriel. Gabriel Dahari absolutely blew the doors off of the 25, and he will take the race lead back on the start.
Whoa!
Tarpley, I think that car just got loose. Yeah, he got very loose off that corner. Was able to save it as Maggio working turn 4 now. He will have a better arc off the corner than the 72, so he might be able to catch him here as they head toward turn number 1. There's Duran. I think you put your money on Duran.
Yep. Yeah, I think Duran could...
Oops, I went too far. Yeah, Austin Duran in the 52 machine. He's been quiet all day. There's Maggio. Will take the race lead. I think these two, we're going to see an absolute duel. And there's my proof of that. Dahari has to jump all the way up to the bottom. Jumps back up to the top. Side by side. Gets the side draft out the 51. The 51 side drafts him.
Whoa.
Tempers flaring here at Michigan.
Like I said earlier, a couple laps ago.
This is insane. We have I think that was Bauman. But Maggio now back behind Dahari, and he is not going to be happy about that one. I think he's going to try what he did earlier. He had a very good exit off of 4. And here comes Austin Duran.
Over the back of Maggio.
Here they go.
Right up to Dahari as well.
Into 1.
Is there too. We were talking about him earlier.
Oh, yeah, he's certainly come up.
Yeah.
We'll have to see here. It's getting a little antsy because everybody's running in that one line. So any mistake on that line is going to cost a lot of people, but nothing bad so far. We see
my top 5 picks, but I just didn't know if he was going to be able to get up here. He certainly proved me wrong.
Absolutely. And just an amazing start out of that 0-0. Pulls it into fourth, and it looks like he might pull it into third. I mean, they are formed up 1, 2, 3, 4, bumper to bumper. So if you can get your bumper just ahead of somebody's quarter panel, you pretty much have that position. As Gabriel Dahari now still leading the field to find something through these corners to get around the 72. I know he wants to draft down these straightaways, but it seems like through the corners he kind of loses as we go 3 wide here for fourth. Oh, close call. But look at the 92 of Moreno come back up through the field. Good drive from the 92 as he will keep it pinned to the bottom. He got ahead of Jurgensmeyer and all that. He might not. Still stuck on the bottom. We'll see. Into 3. Jurgensmeyer will clear him. Oh, I think they're going to take it 3 wide here again, Colin, because Jurgensmeyer had a bit of a run off the corner. Maybe not, actually. That high side train just chugging right by Amir Bascombe, who's pinned there to the bottom as they head into 1. Looks like Steven Maggio trying to run that top line. Dahari. And ever since then,
easily.
20 laps to go. Who is going to get there? This is where
like I said, 19 laps to go.
We're starting to see the big moves. But in those big moves, you could see a caution. So we'll see. Look at that run to the bottom by the 07 of Cruz. His Acura is working. I think that's the only Acura in the field. But
I guess you could say he's cruising to the front.
Absolutely. Here he goes. Gonna have a push from the 45. A push from the 45 actually might save his momentum as they work into turn number 1. So yes, I will put Cruz at least in the P5, might get P4 out of Duran as they work the backstretch. Is that low line starting to come in? Goodness. Drafting off of Maggio.
Fantastic to watch.
Dane Cruz pulling further and further forward. He wasn't in any of our picks, but Colin, he might be the one to get it today.
Easily.
And this is a scary sight if you are Gabriel Dahari. Everybody is forming up 2 by 2, even 3.
I think he'll be fine. For me to believe he'll be all right.
Working into 3, though. Give it to Steven Maggio. Huge run into the corner.
Wow.
God, that thing was going to push really bad off of 4. And Cruz still working the bottom.
Whoa.
All the way to the apron and into turn 1. It's worked so far for the 07. Can he keep it working? To the side of Austin Duran now. Are we going to see the first Honda win in NASCAR, or excuse me, the first Honda win in SAAC history? Via Acura. Look at that. That is amazing speed. Something's right with that car. I don't know if it's the cleaner tires or what, but wow. Dane Cruz, as you said, cruising toward the front. Click off. 15 more laps remain. Or excuse me, 16 more laps remain.
When are we going to see Peugeot get their first win in SAAC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Alpine.
Working off of 2 here.
I had to.
Cruz will slot into the 3rd position.
Or one of my all-time favorites, may they rest in peace, Saab.
Yeah.
I'd give anything to see a Saab win.
So we take a look back here. We're starting to see some aggressive moves. Amir Bascombe. I think Amir hit the wall earlier, I suppose.
Yeah.
Either A,
do it more than once.
Either A, there is no damage to that car, or B, he is such a great driver, he has been able to work around the damage, and he has kept it going. He secures the 4th position, push down the backstretch, give P4.
The secret 3rd option, he's got damage, but he's found a way for that damage to actually play to his advantage.
Like when in ARCA they put that big plate from the pit sign on the side, adding that side force.
Yeah.
Working across the line here, Gabriel Dahari clicks off yet another lap, dominating this field today. Is Steven Maggio going to peel off and make a pass? We're looking at it. I don't know. It seems like that car has started to go away. Everybody's trying to get by Dahari, and every time somebody tries to get by Gabriel Dahari, is
coming to 13 laps to go.
Yep.
Time is ticking.
Dane Cruz stuck to the bottom.
So no one expected Cruz to be up here.
Not at all. As Maggio working off of two, he kind of came off a little higher, so Dahari might have some competition here as we work into turn number 3. Catching that group now. A bit of a push to the back of Maggio from Cruz. Again, he can't sit here and keep trying to pass these cars and wear down his tires. He has to be smart about it, as now Amir Bascombe will head to the bottom of Dane Cruz. Here we go. Coming to 11 to go this time. Gabriel Dahari has dominated so much of this race, and nobody in this last portion has been able to get by him. Maggio has tried and tried and tried. This might be, however, where he gets it. He pushes the 72.
That was really...
I think Maggio might know that he can't do anything.
It's almost at that point where you start to get desperate.
Yeah. In this desperation, we might see an incident. Hopefully not. Hopefully. Working for.
I want to see the rest of this.
When does he make trying? He's going to go to the bottom. Can he find something? I don't know.
Cars have just been...
He's back up here. That's another car to keep in the fold.
Could spoil the party here. He's got his teammate right behind him, Amir Bascombe.
Yep.
2 prime cars.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that.
That's really cool.
9 laps remain. It is time.
Look at that.
Yeah. And as they work off of 2, Cruz.
Special to watch. Anybody in this top 5 can win this.
Absolutely. But just nobody's been able to get around Dahari. He's been like a brick wall at the front of this field. I don't know if Maggio.
Oh, he stuffs it low. Really? Oh no.
I don't know if Maggio either just. I don't know if Maggio can't do it or if he's waiting, because he seems to. Yeah, working the high side here. I think Maggio would like to see car on the wall further back, but I think Maggio would like to see the 72 go way too low in the corner, and from that he could work the high line and just drop to the bottom and get around him. But I don't know. He's being very patient here. Yeah, Steven Maggio is gonna go down that easy. 7 laps. Absolutely. Oh, bit of a very loose from Dahari. Is he gonna save it? I saw him get. Here comes Maggio. That is exactly what Steven Maggio wanted to see as we go 3 wide.
Oh! Marino!
Marino to the bottom, out of nowhere. Here he goes. He's going to contend, but Steven Maggio.
Oh, Marino trying to.
He's hoping it sticks on the bottom.
Yeah.
He has very good momentum. If he can keep behind the 51, really. The 51 breaking the draft as they head across the all. Steven Maggio. Steven Maggio, what an amazing move. He waited and waited for the mistake, and when the mistake came, he monopolized off of it. The 51 leading by a car length off of Marino. Dane Cruz still trying to get there in his Acura. The 50, wow. Goodness, this is where about all race. This is where it matters most. Dane Cruz back in the mix again. Maggio goes to block. He might. Here we go, side by side for the race lead here at Michigan.
Oh, maybe not.
Maggio's going to drive that car for...
Run.
Yep, he's going to get everything he can out of that Camry. Marino to the race lead, but Maggio is not going to go down without a fight.
Maggio and Cruz.
Dane Cruz in it as well. He's been waiting. He's been waiting for this moment.
Wings.
Maggio working the top.
Oh.
This is where it happened. 51. Is he going to push him?
Going to do it. It's Cruz.
The 92 to the front. Contact.
Oh, they made contact. What? Oh, what a save from Moreno.
What a save from Moreno, and give the position to Stephen Maggio.
Goodness. Oh, that was unbelievable.
Dane Cruz at the bottom here. This is what he's been waiting for. He's worked that bottom side so well today. Moreno back to the bottom, 3 wide for the race lead. Thundering down the backstretch. Moreno with the nose ahead. He will be scored as the race leader. As they head toward the stripe, he will indeed be the race leader. The 92 machine leading here came out of nowhere. Dane Cruz working the bottom, trying to draft out the 92, but that train is working the top. Everybody is working the top right now but the 92. Although the 92 will go back up there with 3 number 2. Colin, are we going to see another move like that?
I don't know. You don't want to do it now.
Absolutely.
But that's all you got.
Look at this group right here. This group right here has the speed. They have the horsepower. They have the determination. Like I said during the pre-race segment that you don't want to be by yourself out here because the draft does play a factor. And with 2 laps to go, where is Moreno but out front by himself out of the draft? So Stephen Maggio working the bottom. What Stephen Maggio needs to work together and get this race lead.
Yeah.
Working down the backstretch now. They're 3 wide for 4th right now. Let's take a look at that. They peel off a little bit, but give it to Dane Cruz. And there is Robinson in about it. Bascombe working the top. Wall contact from the 07 of Dane Cruz. White flag. This is it. People on pit lane. Here we go. I think Moreno might have this one. Maggio might just be too far back.
Yeah, well, anything can still happen. They still got to have one locked up. Here goes Stahari to the bottom.
But it's not going to matter. Off of turn number 4, winning at Michigan, Ethan Fonseca Marino has won the Shooey Sportsbook 200 from Michigan. Amazing drive from the 92.
I think Stahari got him at the line, did he?
It might have been Maggio. It says Maggio. I don't know. We'll have to rewind to take a look. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at the scoring. 065, 065. That might have been the closest finish for second. Oh, my gosh. I think...
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Wow. Oh. Absolutely
that was so
unreal.
Good. That was so good.
That Fonseca Marino made the move when it counted, and he just didn't look back all day. He's run a quiet race. He's been good. What a great race from the 92 today, as he will head toward the stripe, and he will get to burn it down here at Michigan. Amazing drive from the 92.
What a job. What a...
Yep, your teammates.
How about that?
Amir Bascombe celebrating with Moreno. You love to see
I'd
it.
Celebrate too with my teammate. He was up front at the start, but he kind of faded off a little bit in the mid part of the race, and then.
In such a competitive field, pulling through and getting the race win is what matters in the 92. So, Ethan Fonseca, Colin.
Fantastic job. That was a really like at the beginning. End, and it seemed like that and the 51 were the 2 most maneuverable cars, but
absolutely,
Moreno somehow found a way up there, and he all the way when it mattered.
He did such a great job at that end. I mean, that was a drive for the ages from Ethan Fonseca Marino. And how about that second place finish? That's one of the closest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing to look at.
Absolutely. So thank you all for watching our stream here of the Shooey Sportsbook 200 from Michigan, the second round of the 2025